This is part 4 of Marie Curie, The Value of Learning. After working at the laboratory for several years and going to lectures at the university, Marie knew a great deal about all kinds of scientific things. At last, it was time for her to take the examination that would qualify her as a scientist. "I'm so nervous," she said. "I can't remember a thing." "Just relax," whispered Fizz. "You'll do fine." Fizz was right. Marie did so well on her examination that she was first in the whole class. "Look, Fizz, now I'm really a scientist," exclaimed Marie. All the hard work was worth it. "It was hard work, wasn't it?" said Fizz. "But it was fun, too." "That's right," said Marie. "And there's lots more work ahead and fun, because no matter how much I know, there will still be new things to learn." Soon, many people were asking Marie to do scientific work for them. One day, a friend who was a professor dropped in to visit her little laboratory at the university. Marie was looking worried and upset. "What's the matter, Marie?" asked her friend. "I'm getting such interesting work to do," Marie told him, "but I don't have the right equipment. And even if I had the equipment, I don't have the place in this laboratory to use it." Said the professor. "You do seem to be a little crowded." He thought for a moment. Then he said, "I know someone who may be able to help you." "You do?" said Marie. "That would be wonderful." Soon after that, Marie was invited to the professor's house to meet the well-known scientist Pierre Curie. Perhaps Marie felt a bit shy when she first met this famous man, but she liked him very much, and Pierre was very impressed with Marie. He admired her knowledge and her charm. "What a charming, interesting young lady this is," thought Pierre Curie. Then the professor told Pierre about Marie's tiny laboratory. "She's doing some very important work," he said, "but she doesn't have the proper equipment, and she doesn't have enough space." When Pierre heard this, he quickly asked Marie to come and work in his laboratory. "I'd be delighted to have you," he said. "But I don't want to bother you," said Marie. "You won't," Pierre assured her. Fizz smiled. "I like Pierre Curie," he thought. Marie was so pleased to finally have a place big enough to do her important work. Pierre was glad to be able to help Marie. Each morning, he looked forward to coming to work, to his laboratory, and seeing her. Marie had known Pierre for only a few months when he asked her to marry him. "I love you very much," he told her. "I want to be with you always." Marie felt happy, but she was also troubled. "I love you too," she told Pierre, "and I want to be with you, but sometimes I think I should return to my native Poland." Pierre shook his head. "I know you're homesick at times," he said, "but Poland is under Russian rule. You wouldn't be allowed to continue to work there." "What do you suppose Marie said then?" We have to wait a moment as I turn the page. Oh, we can tell by the picture. She said that she would marry Pierre. Their wedding took place 1 year after Marie and Pierre met. Marie and Pierre were very happy on their wedding day. They had so much to look forward to, being together, sharing their knowledge, working with each other. Fizz was quietly beaming. Marie and Pierre were very happy indeed. On their honeymoon, they bicycled out into the country, far from the hustle and bustle of Paris. Sometimes they stopped in a meadow and had a picnic lunch. Sometimes they gathered wildflowers for their room. Life was beautiful, and it was fun together. After they returned from their honeymoon, Marie and Pierre continued to work together. There was so much to be discovered that they spent many hours in their laboratory. Then something happened that made their lives even more complete. Marie and Pierre had a lovely daughter. "She's so beautiful," exclaimed Marie into the baby's crib. "She looks just like you," said Pierre. Marie smiled. "Let's call her Irene," said Marie. Pierre agreed. Marie enjoyed being a mother, and she enjoyed being a scientist. She did a wonderful job of each. In these years, flat glass plates that were used for photographs were kept wrapped in black paper so that they would not develop white spots from being exposed to rays of light. Marie learned that another scientist had placed certain rocks near some wrapped photographic plates, and that the plates had then unexpectedly developed white spots. That meant the rocks were giving off rays, invisible rays, so powerful they could fight their way through the black paper. The scientists called these X-rays. I wonder, said Marie, what substance could be in those rocks to give off such rays? Marie, with Pierre's help, began to study these unusual rocks. She then went on to study other rocks and found another type that also gave off invisible rays. This rock was called pitchblende. It was black and hard. There must be some substance in this rock that we don't know about, said Marie. One rock has very little of this substance that gives off rays. If I could get a lot of pitchblende rocks and boil them down, perhaps I could produce enough of whatever the substance is so I could actually see the rays.